welcome to American Talk Show. In this episode, we will discuss some aspect of this beautiful country, America. And today we have three amazing guests. Let's welcome Dr. Joe Trump, an educationalist, Ms. Jasmine, an activist, and an anthropologist, Ms. Clinton. So good evening.
Good evening.
Can you introduce a little bit to the audience?
Hello everybody, my name is Joe Trump. I am an educationalist in Oxford University. My job is about studying and researching ways of improving the educational system in America.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Jasmine. I'm an activist who do research about culture, lifestyle in America.
Hi everyone, I am Dr. Clinton. I'm from Oxford University. I am to study about Americans.
Okay, we've got lots of information about our guests. So the topic today is about the history and American people. So firstly, I want to ask Dr. Clinton,
Of course.
who were the first Americans?
In 1492, the discovery of America by Christopher Columbus was a great event in the history of human development. Since it considered one of the achievements that have a role to change the world. Americans are national and citizens of the United States of America. Although national and citizens make up the majority of Americans, many dual citizens expatriate and permanent residents may also claim American nationalities.
As I know, there are not only Indian but also African American people have been living in the United States. So can you tell me the reason why so many colored people living there?
As can be seen clearly, it was a result of immigration. There are many reasons for immigration to the United States, but according to the last President J. Kennedy, mainly due to the three main pressures: religious needs, political pressure, and finally economic difficulties, were the main cause of the mass migration to this land. However, it's come to the consequence of the immigration to the U.S. The issue in question is not only quantitative, because immigration brought a number of people to America and also brought culture from all over the world to this land.
So you mean many people from all over the world have been attracted by the bustling and drastic development in this country, right? So Ms. Jasmine, you say that you have researched on the lifestyle of the people, right? So can you tell us what are Americans' values? And do you have any suggestion for the newcomers to in America?
Okay, in your country, you probably have traditions and cultural value, right? And in the United States, there are also important American values. The first thing I want to mention is about independence, which is referred to individualism. And Americans are very proud of their being self-reliant and being taking care of themselves. And they tend to think that others should be self-reliant as well. And when someone reaches a goal, which is typically seen as her own result, her own hard working. And let me give you an example. American children tend to leave their home earlier than other countries. And after graduating high school, they move out to go to the college and or start working. If they continue to live at home, they will be asked to pay for rent or contribute to the house. The second thing I want to share is about privacy. Americans value privacy and their own space. While in other countries, they wanting privacy may be a bad thing, right? And I will give you some examples. In conversation, many Americans are private about certain things and do not want to talk about them, such as their age, how much money they make, or their political, sexual, and religious views. Some people do not like talking about these subjects in public because they are worried it will cause people to argue. Americans often give each other more space in public situations than people in other cultures. They tend to stand with a bit of space between them, typically the distance of a stretched arm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's surprising, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the end.
Oh.
Next, I will tell you about directness. The directness. The Americans are often very direct. It means that they tell what they think and they are assertive about what they want. I will give you some example about American lifestyle directness. The first example is about in some countries, it may be rude to decline an invitation. If people ask you for lunch, then you say yes, but then you don't go out with them. But in America, it's better to say no, thank you, or thank you, I have another commitment or appointments, something like this. If you say yes and then you don't go out with them, that person might get upset. And the second example is in conversation, people might disagree with you, but it doesn't mean that they don't like you or they hate you. It just means that they have a different idea. And the last example is about education. In class, the student can challenge teachers by asking them a lot of questions, and this may be impolite in some other countries, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with you. Most of students in some countries like Vietnam, China have often shy when they stand in front of other people, especially in their teachers. And I have another question. As I know, English has been spoken in every part in the United States. So is English an official language in this continent?
Yes, I know that a lot of people think that English is an official for United States, but the fact is that there is no official language in United States, and there are over 300 languages are spoken in the United States.
Oh,
Really?
Oh.
Yes, outnumbered, right?
okay. Thank you for your sharing. Now we have a short break. Don't leave the screen. We will be right back.
Imagine the places we'll go. Together. Expedia.
Okay, welcome back to our show. And now let's continue with the last guest, Dr. Joe Trump. What do you think about the American education system?
Well, in my opinion, if you are an international student, American educational system offers you a wide variety of choices for you to choose. You can whether learn to become a doctor, a nurse, or an engineer, or a teacher. Your decisions. Also, what every student needs to do, even if you are inside or outside the US, is that you have to familiarize with the way of working and learning in this country. By doing this, you might have better chance of having a better life. About the American educational system, we all know that there is two main parts, which is the primary and the secondary education. The primary education, you can also call it as a elementary education, which is in a 6 years course for children from the age of 6 And after that, a primary education consists of another two parts, which is a high school education and secondary education. After that, every student can choose whether they can start a higher education. That's it.
So, in your opinion, should we study in America?
Well, there are a lot of reasons why we believe that American education is one of the best education in the world. And I think the most obvious reasons is that the atmosphere of the classroom,
Yes.
just like Jasmine said,
Yeah.
teachers and students will talk each other, ask questions and answer. They will make presentations, make feedbacks. That is one of the best factors that as the students find in American education system. Another point I want to make is that how school institutions in America works. Like you can get another degree after you finish your university.
Oh, really?
Yes. However, there are some drawbacks in American institutions. The most obvious reason is that students often find schools is a boring place. Like the teachers is really hard, like mean and boring, and homeworks are as main reasons why they are boring. I think the only solutions for this is to have better facilities and better staffs for schools. This will not only help teachers and students to have better knowledge and learning. This will also lead to a better future for this country. That's it.
Okay. Thank you for amazing information you have shared. So we have just had a great conversation with our three guests, and they have brought up lots of interesting information. And now let's play a game of fun fact. Okay?
Yes.
I will give you some piece of papers. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I will read the question and you will write the answer in your paper, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, the first question. How many times do Americans spend at each job? How many times?
Can you give some comment?
Okay, I will give you some suggestions. A, 3 years, B, 4 years, and C, 5 years. Okay, have you got the answer? Okay, let's see. Oh, Dr. Trump say that it's 4 years, which has means say 3 years.
3 years.
Oh,
4 years.
but
So
unfortunately,
you have the same
yeah,
answer.
But unfortunately, no one has the correct answer.
Oh, so the answer
Yeah.
is 5 years. So
Yes, most Americans spend less than 5 years at each job.
Oh,
Yeah, amazing, right?
So long.
Yeah. Question number 2. What is the main religion in America? The main religion. Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
All right.
I write Vietnamese because I don't know how to
Oh.
express it in
I
English.
say in Kindle.
Okay, so actually the answer is
Christianity.
Christianity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you know that?
Well, most people in America believe that God came from Christianity.
But about 19% of South American population consider themselves as Christians. Yeah.
Can you translate into Vietnamese?
Christian. Oh, I don't know any Vietnamese.
Okay. The last question. What is the first university in the United States? Yeah, the first university. So easy. Oh, yeah. Bye bye, Jimmy. Go to try. Yeah, what is that for?
TNU stands for Taiwan University of Education.
You because you don't know Vietnamese.
So,
Real life.
okay, so the answer is Adidas. Okay, the answer is Harvard.
Harvard.
Yeah.
You know what?
Harvard.
I'm from Harvard University. I'm
Yeah.
an activist.
Wow. So today we have much knowledge about the history and American people. So that is the end of our show. See you next time. Goodbye.